Hi everybody, it's Meredith Ammons, your social media coordinator here at Playbill, and we are joined by the one, the only star of stage and screen, Meg Donnelly. How's it going, Meg?
Thank you, it's going great. Thank you for having me.
So how's it been joining Moulin Rouge, your Broadway debut? How's that been going?
Amazing. It's been so fun and exciting.
So how far back does your love of theater go? Because I know you're a theater kid growing up.
Well, my parents are like huge music lovers, and so as like growing up as a kid, like they always just had music playing. They also love live theater, so we were always seeing shows on Broadway, which I have a whole playbill folder full of all of my signed playbills from the year. I would always go to stage door at the end and be like crying as a kid. So yeah, I think like live theater was just always something that I loved doing, and since I can remember.
How did this opportunity for Moulin Rouge come about?
Well, I've always been a huge fan of the Moulin Rouge movie. I mean, I love musical movies and I watched them growing up just like I love musicals. And so like Moulin Rouge is such a like interesting, eclectic, like it's so specific, and I always loved it as a kid. I always thought it was so much fun. Seeing the musical, I just loved how much of a spectacle it is, like how many costumes there are, how deep the story is, like there's so many layers to it. So that definitely like piqued my interest, but when I got an audition for it, I was really excited. But also being in an audition room for the first time, in a theater audition room, in person, I hadn't done that since I was a kid, so it was terrifying. Yeah, I was really scared.
So what was it like trying out the Sphinx? It's truly one of the most iconic entrances in all of Broadway history.
Yes, yeah.
Was it like scary being up that high?
I think at first a little bit. I think when I was shadowing Haley for all of the quick changes backstage, which was very overwhelming because there were 15, I think. So many. The kind of thing like shakes a little bit. And so that really scared me because I was like, oh my gosh, that's so scary. But when you're on the swing, you can't feel any of it, so it's fine. I feel like now, even the first show, I wasn't really nervous about the swing, I was just nervous about starting. But it's a wild way to enter, I feel like, with all your nerves, and then when you're on the swing, you have to like keep your balance, so you're just like it makes you like more nervous, but now it's like getting into the role, it's just like, it's so much fun.
Yeah, is there a quick change that's like particularly crazy?
Yeah, I feel like the first two, it goes from diamonds, they like yank it off on stage, and then I'm in a corset, and then I say, watch mama go to work, and then I run around. I literally have like, I think like 30 seconds to get into the shut up and dance one, and I have a cue. It's, Christian, you must be debonair. I hear it in my dreams. And then I walk out on stage, and then right after shut up and raise is done, and I say, your grace, and he's like, if you want, I run off stage, and then I have 30 seconds. I think that one's actually faster. It might even be 20 seconds. Before I go out for firework. Actually, it might be more time, but in my mind, it feels like it's
theater seconds. Yeah, which is like down to the wire.
So like once you get those two out of the way, it's like, okay, now we're in the swing of things. Yeah. And after the firework corset, I'm in that for a very long time. Yeah. So yeah, but it starts off the show like, woo, we're in it.
You're a trailblazer because you're the first blonde Satine.
Yes. My interpretation, I thought I was getting a red wig, so I was very excited to be red and different. And then, yeah, once I went into the wig fitting for the first time, they're like, you're blonde. And I was like, how do you feel about that? And I was like, yeah, I mean, why not? Yeah. So, yeah, it's really cool to be the first blonde Satine on Broadway. I feel like it is just cool to switch things up. And it is my natural hair color. It's not necessarily like to be blonde, but they usually go with the natural hair color of all of the Satines. So yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, it's very Marilyn Monroe-esque.
Yes. Yeah, I love it. I wish my hair looked like that all the time. The wig is amazing. Wig. Yeah.
Oh, and I'm obsessed with your vlogs. Like, they're so good. So, like, what's it like vlogging your whole process?
Fun, yeah. Like, it's kind of out of what I usually do, but I love watching vlogs of other people, and so I was like, why not like try doing it, because I think it is really interesting. And for me, I didn't know much about like what the day in the life of like a theater process was, so I was like, it might be interesting because I thought it was interesting, and it's been so much fun, and I love doing it, and everybody is so nice. And actually something that I do, I have a Polaroid Snoopy camera, and which Snoopy is my favorite, and I have been taking pictures of everybody who's come into my dressing room, and I put them on the wall. And then of the cast, I have a Christmas tree, and I'm taking pictures of me and everybody and like putting them as like ornaments.
Oh, that's
So
lovely.
yeah, I like vlogging and pictures, like trying to savor all the memories.
You have an Adam Sandler bag or
Yes.
tote bag, right?
I do.
Yes, it's amazing. As a
do.
person who loves Adam Sandler.
I love Adam Sandler. Yeah, it says, it's a picture of Adam Sandler, like a really like distorted picture, and it says fashion icon. I got it for like $8 at a flea market, and it was my best purchase to this day.
Should be. Yeah.
He's a fashion icon.
He is. And also you had a fellow friend make their off-Broadway debut quite recently, Milo.
Yeah.
For all of it. You guys know Milo. So like, have you guys shared advice with each other and like talked about your Broadway experiences?
Yeah, like when him coming to the show was so incredible, and I mean, we always support each other in everything that we do. And I think like the hardest thing is like maintaining like vocal rest and knowing when to talk and when to not, and like on your downtime, like how to properly rest. I think like obviously it's a like a learning process, and everyone's different and like what they need. But I really was like, whoa, this is a lot of work and singing and like a lot of like physical work. So I just asked him a lot of questions on how he like managed that, and his advice was just really helpful. But pretty much it's like not talking in between shows.
Yeah, because it's like endurance. It's like a marathon.
Yeah.
It's a massive marathon.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild.
And if you had any like dream role after Moulin Rouge for Broadway and beyond, what would your dream role be?
Well, I was saying before, like my favorite show or like musical is Rent, so I feel like playing Maureen would be really fun. I would love to play Maureen.
I love Rent so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they ever do a production, I would love that.
Yeah, and like, you said that you grew up going to stage doors, and now like a lot of your fans are going to the stage door.
Yeah.
Like, how has that been, like meeting all your fans?
It's been so surreal. There's a lot of people who have traveled from like amazing far places to see the show. There's been a lot of people where it's like their first musical like ever, and so when they say that, like that's always really emotional, because it's like yeah, like I mean, musicals are a huge part of my life, and so the fact that people go to the stage door after and they enjoyed it so much to want to go to the stage door and be like, I love, like, if I can convert anybody into being a musical theater nerd, then I've won. So that is really cool.
Yeah, and you have so many young fans out there from like your time on Disney Channel and everything.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for them to wanting to get into musical theater?
Yeah, I think the hardest thing for me navigating through the show is just like my self-talk. Like I feel like I'm very hard on myself, and it can be really hard to have like imposter syndrome or have insecurities while you're singing on stage. But I think just working through, I'm still figuring it out. But I think just getting more comfortable and just being okay with messing up, and I think just being as present as possible is what I strive for. Because I feel like if I can just be on stage and I'm just focusing on the characters and the scenes, then I'm like, okay, that was good.
And I would love to stay here all day, but sadly we have to wrap it up. So thank you so much, Meg, for joining us in the Playbill studio today. Head down to the Al Hirschfield Theater to see this lovely woman perform, and see you guys on the next one.
Thank you.